Welcome students, this is Kavita Jangra here, and today we are going to study the chapter number 3, that is Fibre to Fabric, the class 7. This is how the fibre to fabric journey begins. But before I start my chapter, I want to ask you the meaning of these two terms. What do you mean by the fibre and the fabric? The cloth that you are wearing, that is a fabric, and its fabric is different. Okay, some of you are wearing cotton, silk, nylon, and many more are there. And what is fibre is? This is the primary stage before the fabric is being woven. So let us start it. See, the topic we will going to cover that what is the fibre, the types of fibers, and what is fabric, and these two are going to be very interesting. The one is the wool, that the animals that yield the wool, its production, and what is the occupational hazard associated with it. Next is the silk, and the amazing fact about the silk discovery, it is just not like that we just named it silk and the process is being further carried out. There is a history behind it. And next is the how the silk is obtained and what is the production of the silk. So here we go. First of all, I want to ask you that we all wear clothes, and the clothes that are of different types, and the fabric is also different. If you have seen many of you wearing the khadi, even the cotton cloth, these are dependent on the season. In which season you are going to wear which type of fabric. Because if you are not going to wear that seasonal wise, according to the season, you are not wearing that type of fabric, that is going to affect your skin too. Say for example, in summer season, to keep your body cool, you are wearing, yes, cotton clothes. In winter, to keep your body warm, you wear the woolen clothes. Why woolen? Because they are able to trap the air, and when the clothes, the woolen clothes trap the air, that does not allow the heat to pass through it, through our body, and it keeps our body warm. And ultimately, the weaving and how these are sorted out, that we are going to deal it. The question here that why do we need clothes? Yes, why we need clothes? We need clothes to protect ourselves. Some of you will say that to look beautiful, we dress up that way and this way. But ultimately, we are going to protect our body. And that is from the rain, cold, dust, anything else then. Then do you know how these clothes are made? Yes, as I said, the wool, the silk and other fibers, these are used. That may be natural or man-made. This we have studied in class 6. What is fiber? Here is the question that what do you mean by fiber? First of all, understand it, because later on when we are moving to the fabric, then it is understood to you. The material that which is available in the form of the thin and continuous strand, that is very thin and in continuous form, that is known as a fiber. And there are the two types of fiber, one is the natural and another one is man-made. Then the types of fiber, as I discussed, the thin strands, this is known as a fiber. Okay. And the man-made, the examples are nylon, polyester, polyethylene, polypropylene and rayon. These are man-made examples of the fiber. On the other hand, the natural fibers are also there. What are these? That we get from plant fiber as well as from the animal too, as you have read in the class 6. From the plant, the examples are cotton, flax and jute, and the animals, yes, the wool and the silk. In the class 6, you just studied about the wool and the silk, but right now you have to just need to go in depth how these are being processed. So here, the cotton, it looks like this, the cotton plant, it consists of the cotton ball, and from the cotton ball, inside it the seeds are present, and how we are taking that fiber from it, we just separate the seed from the, yes, cotton, and in turn it converts into fiber. This is the silk and the wool. Silk we get from the silkworm and wool from the, yes, the sheep. These are the different plant fibers that we get it from different sources. That what is fabric? Fabric is, that is why we need to make that. That is for the protection against the climate and modesty. Secondly, yeah, the beauty. And the material that you use for clothing, that is known as fabric. So I think it is clear what is the meaning of fiber, what actually the fiber is, and what fabric is. So this is the journey from fiber to fabric. This is the ball, thin strands consisting of the thin strands, and the fiber, this is the smallest element in the textile. And it is then converted into yarn, that is in the form of the ball, the filament. These are in the twisted form. These are twisted strand of the fiber, then converted into fabric, that means woven into a cloth. This is how it takes into cotton and the silk, many others. This is the fiber converted into yarn and ultimately interlocked with each other, and it is woven into a cloth, that is a fabric. This is how the fiber looks like. This is a raw material. Once it looks like this way, and after that it is twisted with each other, woven into a yarn, and that is made from the fibers, that is from either natural or synthetic. And lastly, the fabric, how it looks like when it is transformed into a cloth. This is what the wool, that is, need to understand that what wool is. It consists of the protein, the name is keratin, and it constitutes the hair and the feathers. Wool, that is having the keratin protein, and from where it is we get that protein, that is present in the hair as well as the feathers also. And the silk, as I talk about the silk, this is extracted from the silkworm, and the breeding and the management of the silkworm, that for the production of this silk, please note it down that what is sericulture. This is what the sericulture is. This is the breeding and management of the silkworm for the production of silk. That is known as the sericulture. There are many varieties of the sheep and the goats from where we get the type of fabric. Say for example, pashmina wool. If I ask you the question that from where we get the pashmina wool, we get it from the pashmina goat, and merino wool from merino sheep. These are the different types in the hybrids. These are the Angora wool. Mohair is another name that we get from Angora goat. Yak wool from the yak, and Vacuna wool from the Vacuna camel. These are the different sources from where we get these fibers. This is how this man is shearing the wool from the surface of the, that you can see at that he is taking out the hair from the surface, from the body of the, the animal. This hair like structure that you can see, this is actually also known as the fleece, and the work he is doing here is shearing, shear from the surface. This is the topic, the wool, I am going to take in my next video. Until now you have to just understand, you make it clear that what is fiber and what is fabric, and in the further videos we will just do that how the production of wool is going to happen. Thank you for the day, and we'll meet you in the next video.